Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to do a full face using only MAC cosmetics. I'm a MAC girly, I have a ton of MAC products, so I figured today I would only use them in this tutorial. So if you're interested in getting this look, then please follow along. Links to all the products that I'm using are going to be in my LTK, so follow along, it's in the description, and just keep watching. When I tell you I'm so excited to do today's video because I am a MAC girl, I love MAC. If I had to pick one brand that I had to exist with for the rest of my life, it'd be MAC. So I'm so excited to do today's video. It's been requested and I was like, it's time to get done. It's time to get done. So my skin is all moisturized. I do not have any of the MAC primers. I just use my regular face moisturizer. Today I'm going to use the MAC Studio Radiance foundation. I'm in the color NC10. MAC is separate from everybody else where if you have a C at the bottom, it's actually more yellow based, and if there's a W at the bottom, it's actually more pink, which is kind of backwards, but I'm not here to judge. It's a serum foundation, and I don't need a ton of this, which I really like. It gives a nice natural finish. Pounce this all over the face. This is what I'm going to use for foundation today. If there's one brand I'm able to do a full face with, it's MAC. Do you guys see Sasha in the background? Sasha! So when you're a little bit older like I am, products that don't emphasize fine lines is super important, and that's what I've been concentrating on lately. I feel like so many products are geared towards younger women with like no fine lines, no texture. I like the serum because it's very natural looking and it gives you a nice glow without looking super cakey. So I actually know one of the MAC makeup artists in the mall by me, and I was wondering if I should do a video with her doing my makeup. I thought that might be fun. So this is about 2 pumps. One thing I don't have from MAC is cream contour and cream blush. I do have cream blush, but it's old and you can't buy it anymore, so I didn't want to use it. Today I'm not actually going to be contouring with cream or with blush. So now I'm going to go in with the Studio Radiance Concealer, which I really enjoy. I didn't like this at first. I got used to it and now I really like it. I feel like it's very hydrating. I'm really into it right now. Now if you're a brush person, you can absolutely use brushes for your concealer. I can't do it. My skin is so textured that I've never found a brush that really works very well. And it just, I can't. I just can't. Now I'm going to put a little concealer on the eyes. I'm going to use that as my eyeshadow base today. But normally what I do use is MAC Painterly, but I'm not going to use that today. Painterly is slightly on the drier side, and I'm looking for a little bit more moisture today. I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to go in with my Studio Fix powder foundation. I actually haven't used this one yet. Now one thing you want to do is make sure you have no creases before you set. If you wanted to, right now you can spray the MAC Fix Plus to set your face if you don't want to use powder. I'm a powder girly, so I'm going to use it. So what I do is I put it in like this, okay? And then I just pounce a little bit on the back of my hand so I don't have too much product. As soon as I have no creases, I just immediately go in. And what I'm going to do is dust away the excess under my eyes. This powder also has coverage, so if you're not looking for coverage, you could absolutely use one of their mineralized skin finishes or something like that. But I like that it has that extra coverage. And then what I do is I spray it so it gets rid of that powdery look. Now that we are blank canvas, we've got a contour because I look crazy right now. We're going to use the MAC Light Medium Studio Fix Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. This has all the colors you would need for a fair lady. I just like to kind of dip in all of them, but these two are the ones I use the most. So I just kind of dip in between the both, and then we're going to start the contouring. I'm just using not an overly dense brush to do that, to just give some shape back to the face. I'm also going to get some on the nose. I'm going to hold up on blush because I want to match my blush to my eyeshadow. So now we're going to move on to eyebrows. So now I have a couple different MAC products I use for my eyebrows, but honestly, I go for shadow. I go for shadow and a little bit of pen, if we're being truthful here. So I'm going to start with this shadow. This is Charcoal Brown, and it is a matte cool tone brown, and I just use this with the MAC 266 brush, and I just fill in my eyebrows with this. This is old school for me. This was my go-to MAC brow combo. You guys know what this bit looks like, so I'm going to skip ahead. Now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. All right, so we're gonna start with soft brown. This is a classic MAC eyeshadow. It's got a little bit of warmth in there. So we're gonna take just a fluffy brush and we're gonna sweep it inside, and then this is going to be our transition shade. Honestly, if you like a really neutral, easy eyeshadow look, you can just use this. Like, you don't even have to make it more complicated with like 4 or 5 different eyeshadows. I like complicated, but you don't have to do that. Now I'm going to take a flat shader brush. I'm going to take Blanc Type, which is my favorite matte eyeshadow for the highlight, and I'm going to go in and put that underneath the highest peak of my brow. Yeah, we went for those bold brows today. Okay, so highlight is done. Now I'm going to go in with a MAC 217. This brush was so popular back in the day, and we're going to go in with Swiss Chocolate. A little bit of that in the brush, and we're going to put that on the outer corner into the crease. I'm going to blend that onto the eyelid and then into the crease like this. We're going to add a little bit of depth. It's all about layering dimensions for me. Alright, next I'm going to go in for the lid shade, and this is All That Glitters by MAC. And we're going to take that same brush I used, Blanc Type, for the highlight, and we're going to put that all over the lid. This is just like a perfectly shimmery, pretty champagne highlight. So we're going to put that on the moving part of the lid, and it just brings that brightness. And now with the smallest blending brush I have, I don't even know what this is, I'm going to use Embark, which is a super dark, beautiful brown. And we're going to put a tiny bit of this on the end of this brush, and then we're going to just feather this in just to the outer V. And that's going to bring contour to the lid. Just more layers of depth. And I just kind of pat it and then sweep it. It just gives that nice cat eye shape to the eye. Now after I add Embark, I will go back in with a little bit of Swiss Chocolate just to make sure we're all blended nicely. See, now we're going to go onto the lower lid. I'm going to use Costa Riche, which is a beautiful reddy brown, and we're going to use that as our base on the lower lash line. I do like using pencils on the lower lash line because sometimes I tear and I swipe my eyes, and I just like to really set that eyeshadow. So I put it on about half my eyelid, and then I take a nice little smudgy brush, and then I just smudge it through the rest. So it gives that nice smoky look. If you have blue or green eyes, you need Costa Riche. Now starting with our contouring colors, I'm going to use soft brown, and I'm going to start smoking out the lower lash line. I'm going to go in a little bit of Swiss Chocolate. I think that's enough smoking for now. See, all these eyeshadows are part of my everyday MAC eyeshadow. Like, I keep all these together because I use them so much. If you'd like to go in with eyeliner, now is your chance. I'm not always wearing big winged eyeliner on the top, and today is one of those days I'm just not in the mood. So I'm going to put on some mascara. This is MAC Stack. So this is what it looks like. It's got a little spiky wand there. And let's put on our mascara. You guys know what this looks like. This is my first time using this. I've never used it before. I got a sample from Ulta. Truth be told, like, my lashes look good. Yeah, I've never used this before. I've been so stuck on the other mascara, which I'm not going to be mentioning any names, but if you follow me, you know what I use. This is pretty dynamite. I mean, I don't love the wand too much because it's a little spiky, so you can't just, like, you know, you have to be careful. It's giving me that, like, real voluminous long lash look. I can't stop wearing lashes, but my eyelashes look pretty good, I'd say, just with this. All right, before we put on lashes, let's do our blush and our highlight. So I was thinking 3 different blushes, but I want to find the one that's going to look the best. I'm thinking more of a neutral, so this is too pink. I'm not going to do this one. I was actually thinking this, with a little bit of this. Okay, this is Harmony blush, so let's start with Harmony. See how we like Harmony with this look. I'm worried it's like a little bit too neutral, but I'm hoping it brings just enough color paired with my skin that we're not going to need any sort of anything else. I think it looks good. All right, let me go to the other side. I might not even need lashes today, guys. Honestly, look at, I'm going to zoom you in for my lashes so you can see them. You know what's really hard for me? When I go back and edit and then I realize, like, all the spots. I was editing a video the other day and I had like a little bit of contour that I missed blending, and it's like, Sam, get that spot! Sam, get that spot! I didn't get it. I never got it. For highlight, we're going old school. MAC Soft and Gentle. I love this This is, if I had to choose one highlighter forever, it would be this. And it's really is soft and gentle. It's so pretty. It just gives you that nice highlight without just being rude. And it lasts forever. I think it's like $40 now or $45. Literally it would last you a decade. I've had this one. Let me show you the little secret to mine. But look at how much product I've left. I mean, I've had this. I've had Soft and Gentle. It's gotta be, I don't know, it's gotta be 10 years. I'll never get another one. I'll never need another one. Alright, now I'm going to go back in with my blush brush and blend a little bit. So what we're going to do before we add our lashes and lips, we're going to set the face. This is imperative for me because I look very dusty right now. So I have my little fan ready, and I'm using the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over, and I saturate my face with this. Keep your eyes closed. Saturate. And then fan. Do not touch your face while this is drying. I want to zoom you in so you can see the eyes before I add the lashes. Okay, and this is what the skin looks like. See, the MAC Fix Plus really melts it all in together. I was looking very powdery and dry before, but it adds a layer of glycerin and it makes the skin look like skin. So, I mean, it looks, I mean, look at this. My skin looks, ugh, so beautiful. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna do lashes because I'm really in that kind of mood, but honestly, I don't need them. Okay, so I put some lashes on. I just use these little cheapy ones I got. These are from Lab Lash, I don't know. I'll link them if you guys are interested. So the face is done. Now my favorite part, lips. So I have two ideas. I'm gonna do a nude, like a beige nude first. So let's start with chestnut brown, but I put a very light layer of this on. Okay, and now I'm going to actually blend this out. So let me find like a little smudgy brush. You could also use a Q-tip or your finger. So let's go in with the new MAC Creme de Nude. Now this is my idea. I don't know that this is going to work. And let me get an actual lip brush. The one I was using was not working for me. Okay, and this is actually a MAC lip brush, 231. And let me blend these. See how the vision is, it's got to come together. I think I'm going to leave it at this. Originally, I was going to do like blankety and stone because you guys know that's my jam. But I think these colors really go very well together. You just have to mix them properly. I'm going to leave it, like I want to leave it at a matte lip, but I have a tiny bit of MAC lip gloss. I just want to add just a regular, just a tiny little bit. This is old. I mean, this is, I don't even know if they make it, but I know they have lip glosses that are close to this. It's literally champagne with like pink flecks in it. Alright guys, so that's it. This is my full face using only MAC, and I'm very happy with the way it looks. It's a very dramatic look, but for me it's an everyday look. It's nice and nude, and it really highlights the eyes. It keeps everything else kind of understated. I love MAC. I'm a MAC girly. I love their products, and if these don't work for you, that's okay. You just have to find the ones that do. They have such an array of products. They have what, like 8 to 10 different foundations alone, different concealers. So if one doesn't work for you, you could feel free to try another. What's really great about MAC now too is you can get it at Ulta. Their entire range, for the most part, is online at Ulta.com. You can use the Ulta coupons. So that's amazing. And you can use your Ulta points. If you have a stack of points, you can just go on a MAC binge, which is amazing, which is what I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Follow me on LTK for links for all the products that I use in this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.